We are back, sort of. I forgot to unfreeze the cameras. Hold on. There we go. Now we're back. Chasing
Hey,
adventure. I fixed the thing. It no longer says session 0 here. um, and episode 5, part 2. So you guys are in a tower, hanging out, doing your thing. Um, and I think let's start with Dallen. Let's see if Dallen ends up joining us while everyone else has made it back to the tower itself. Dallen, you're back on your island in the middle of a waterfall.
Great.
Um,
I'll talk to the wind and say, look, I've upheld my side of the bargain. My follower is here in the tower with you, so let's make this a pleasant conversation, shall we? Can you uh smoke? And I'm going to pull out the pipe leaf because, granted, I want to use it.
you're gonna get high with the wind.
It's a mermaid.
the bubbles come up again, and the voice says, "You mortals and your thirst for vice. No conversation with you is pleasant. Let's get this over with."
Look, fine. Let's finish this then. You promised me that you would give me information. There are a couple things I would like to know, and the first of which is, look, I know that this thing is a nexus, and that those are supposed to be, powerful, magical, whatever. What can this do?
Yes. Um, the Nexus, they are artifacts that can affect time and space.
Yes, I know that. What does this one do?
Ever impatient. I do not know specifically what that one can do. Not everything.
Fine,
But.
then who does?
But. If you stab the thing into the ground, it should be able to transport you and your companions anywhere you need to go instantly.
What's the catch?
There's probably more you need to do, and I don't know what it is. But I know that part is true. I've seen it happen long ago.
Why on earth would somebody make a sword and then say, let's stab this thing into the ground? That's what makes sense to do with a sword. Anyhow,
It's
next
Yeah, no, they stop. What's your next question?
next question. Why does it change colors?
That is quite a new development.
Meaning?
When last I saw this weapon, it only stayed a simple, bright white, shining steel shape and color. I cannot tell you that, unfortunately.
All right. Well, you've been most helpful, but I do have one last question, if you're willing. Why does everybody want this? Why do you want it?
um, it is an artifact with power over time and space. Need I say more? What do you think the Fae are doing whenever they open a portal?
Invading our world?
You're an idiot. Are you truly the best? Never mind. They are
I
making a
never
hole
said I
in
was the
time
best.
and space. I do not know how, but I am confident that your sword could do what they need it to do.
closing said holes.
Not that one.
All right. Now, is there anything else that I should know that might help me get out of this tower alive?
Stay put.
And preferably resettle a whole bunch of other people into it.
There's a pause of silence, and then the voice says, I think there's a greater pause. It looks like they're thinking. And then they just say, "Stay put. Your more capable allies are fixing the problem now."
No. I said something to do, not sit here and wait.
Patience is not a virtue of your kind.
I never said it was. Please let me out.
No response.
Let me out now? I'll continue just pestering the thing repeatedly, eventually, poking gently at the entity in front of me with the sword until it does something. I will talk it to. Does this count as compel?
That didn't go well for me.
Yeah, this
not
is less
insulting the
compel and
thing,
more
though.
defying with charisma.
Annoying?
Is Karen a move?
I'd like to speak to
Let's
this
make the Karen
entity's
playbook.
manager. No, yeah, roll to defy with charisma, because you're pestering.
Charm and social grace.
Let's call it that. More
Oh,
like
boy.
the social Warhammer.
Sure. Defy charisma. Oh, nothing. 9. That could have been worse.
Okay. So, you there's the point, and then you see bubbles start to it's like looking at boiling water, where the bubbles that were coming up would start coming up a bunch. No voice immediately, and then it says, "Fine, if you wish to be so very freed, you may leave. If you leave your sword here, stab it into the ground. It will not follow you. Not if you do it here.
Ugh. Now that wasn't really part of the deal.
This is a new deal.
No deal.
Enjoy eternity."
Okay, I am going to continue talking my way out of it, but
Okay.
I don't.
Meanwhile, I mean, this is actually a whole new deal. The last one was information.
I
For
know,
that.
but still.
Perfect. So I think Vorfoli, you and your armored skeleton friend arrive with the others.
Mhm.
Is it really anyone's friend?
He's everyone's friend in his book.
There's a big
He's just not a
talking
very
Friend
good
is
one.
a strong word.
He's just not a
for
very
this
good friend in
boogeyman.
general.
Yeah.
So, to catch you up, there's a big talking sheep, and we're trying to be friends.
I think it may have encountered the exploding rune down there. See how it's covered in cloth? I think those are bandages, and he's horribly, horribly burned.
Oh,
I see.
sheet thing. Are you the thing that trapped me in a jungle?
Jungle.
Oh, it's no, wait, it's rude to start asking questions here. Should introduce ourselves.
Well, if it knows that, it knows me already. So
It's
I'm
about politeness. We are in the
The skeleton is staying put, but head swiveling, looking around the room.
Hello, Sheet Man. My name is Vorfoli Boneheart. I do the bow that obviously I was taught by Zadrax, but I just do it like rolling my eyes and go, "Are you the one who imprisoned me and my dragon companion?"
No response.
Yeah, he doesn't seem all that talkative.
No, not
Although,
really.
Creature hasn't
take a
moved.
step forward, he will come pretty quick up to you.
Okay, I was trapped in a jungle. I had to fight a bear wolf. I don't know what the fuck a bear wolf is.
Well, you do
And
now. You learn something.
Yeah. Learn something new
And-
every day.
my
The
dragon
skeleton like gives you a pat on the shoulder.
and my dragon friend is, I presume, trapped there. So, Mr. Sheetman, I am imploring you to talk, or I will make sure you can never talk again.
I mean, I think you're a bit late on that, says the skeleton.
I'm gonna get to you later.
That's in character. It is giggling.
A skeleton is giggling.
Ominously.
He has the giggle rune.
Yes.
Okay, I pull out the warhammer. Okay, on the count of 3, this hits your head if you don't talk. 1, 2, 2.5.
To be clear, the creature is about 4 times larger than you.
Everything's larger than me.
Yeah, I know. It's just much larger. It's like over twice as big as Bert.
Okay, I'm gonna run into the sheet if I get to 3.
About twice as big. Okay. Cool.
As soon as you start running, I'll shift.
Okay. Let's see how Warfoli does first. Why don't you roll to engage the creature? Actually, before you engage, as you start moving towards it, you see the creature. Soon it swiftly reaches a large arm towards you. You're hitting the arm.
Yeah, batting the arm out of the way.
The arm is not easily battable out of the way. Its hand is about as big as you are.
Hmm.
It's like as big as your
Uh,
torso, I guess.
I'm smashing it then.
Okay. Your hammer hits it as hard as it can, and you hear a crunch underneath, but it doesn't seem to notice or care as the hand continues nonetheless and grabs you painfully around the torso and lifts you up with inhuman strength. And you now can see the hand sort of like shot forward from under the cloth, and you see it is long clawed, like long fingernail, not actual claws, and smells of formaldehyde.
At this point, I would like to take a step forward, one single step forward into the fray,
Okay.
unholstering my gun and doing the thing.
You cannot see its eyes. It's covered in a cloth.
I would like to defy to make eye contact.
How? Describe what you do to make eye contact. It has
I would like to-
Vorfoli in its large hand and
I would
is
like to
raising its
slip up-
hand holding Vorfoli, about to either slam or throw or do something really bad with him.
I would
As
like to
he's,
walk
like,
up to it and bore my peepers into its face.
You see a cloth covered shape where a face is.
With the claw? Unleash this horror upon the room?
So you still enter combat. You still make the roll. You just can't spend the hold right now.
Yeah, it's the defy was my plan.
Well, I guess how
Shoot
describe how you do that. How do you
Yeah,
get to eye contact?
How do I get to eye contact?
Now, I can technically help here if you want to.
This is defy. Yeah, I can assist if you have an idea.
No,
My
I mean,
plan was to-
I can take my own action to get you eye contact potentially.
All right, let's do that then,
Okay.
because you have a better plan. I have just stepped into I have taken my step into combat, activating my steel gaze.
Mike, you are shifting, so
Yeah.
let's see how that goes. What are you shifting into?
A fire elemental, because
Right.
that's how
Your
I
new
do.
power is fire?
Yes. Disadvantage. That's a 6. Okay, some things are gonna burn. I'm gonna tell you right now, some things are gonna burn.
Perfect. Yeah. So I think you turn into a fire elemental and you have I think your instinct begins to overtake you. You have never turned into an elemental before, and it is a lot more overwhelming than being an animal. This primal force. Um, you sense, I think, something about this place is empowering you, but in a very destructive way. Um, Everyone around you like feels the scorching, scorching heat. And I think that you are going to have trouble not causing collateral damage.
Well, sorry, made the roll.
So, what does it look like? What kind of fire elemental is it? Like just an orb of fire, or do you still look like yourself in shape?
Oh shit, that's what I forgot to do. Oh well. I think there's just a swirling fire that like starts at the ground and swirls around his form, and once it reaches the top, it sort of compresses and coalesces into the standard myconid form, just made out of burning fire.
And there's little, like, spores of fire coming off of you.
Yeah, like little embers of fire. Yeah.
Perfect.
Sprouting
Okay.
little flaming mushrooms.
Yep. Excellent. Well, Bird, that is happening. For a brief moment, Mike is a fire elemental, but is briefly overwhelmed with their instinct. We'll see.
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna have to rely on my mental fortitude. Or intelligence, one of the two.
I just need to describe in the fiction what you do.
Oh, I want to stick my face in the cloak.
Oh, you're like getting in under the cloth with it.
Yeah, I'm getting all up in it just to make eye contact.
Out of the box
Good
ideas
answer.
works. Yes, you're crawling up to its face under the cloth, or getting into eye contact and making it. Okay.
And this
I
thing
don't
is
have
12 foot tall, so you're like climbing up
You
the
have,
thing.
yeah, basically.
with disadvantage, so.
Okay.
I mean, I'm.
You want to
I
help?
could help.
How are you gonna help?
You are currently
I'm
being
gonna-
grabbed by it.
I'm just trying to like swing at its face and maybe try and catch.
You cannot
the
reach its
claw.
face right now.
Okay. Well, you're on your own, bud. Sorry.
All right, disadvantage it is. Words of encouragement could have worked, but you know.
You can do it.
You can do it.
Hey,
Hey,
you
you
can
can
do that.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
very nice. That was not disadvantage though.
Disadvantage, though.
That
to roll
was-
more.
Roll another d6.
What did I do wrong? I hit disadvantage.
You gotta make
You
it
have to
3
also
dice.
hit 3 dice because
Oh,
it's
that's what I forgot to do.
yeah.
That's a 5.
Oh,
That's
that's
a
a
9.
9.
That's still a 9. That's good.
Yep. So I think whew. Yeah, I think what happens as you basically like grab the cloak and start climbing up it, you get into eye contact with it, but you see that it's you can see the body of this thing, and it is like a kind of flesh golem, but it looks like dozens or hundreds of inch-sized magic circles of different effects have all been carved into it. Some of them activate from you climbing on it. And you see bone growths erupt around you, trapping you against it. You have eye contact. You're kind of stuck there. You don't take a condition from this, but you're very
I'm
much
grappled.
you're very much grappled by its ribs.
I hope it's ready for a close and intimate conversation.
Okay. You're using the eye contact, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I'm freezing it in place.
Okay, perfect.
With
You
eye
can see
contact.
this, lipless, horrifying visage of this,
I'm just giving it a
mummy-like
glare.
face.
Like, I did have my gun out, but now it's trapped against my body.
Mm.
I'm just glaring at it.
Yep. You can see it has one good eye under the thing. The other one, it looks like it's just missing. Um, but it looks at you, and it like you see it stopped there. Yeah, Mike. You are still feeling the urge to consume. You're the closest person right now is your skeleton non-friend who is actually taking this time to get away from you and going towards the center of the console. But he's still the closest for now, and all the other three are,
Not
kind
furniture?
of stuck together. There's no furniture up here. There's the like stuff in the middle that is mostly metal.
Yeah, it's all stone and metal up here. The only burnable thing is flesh
people
and
that cloth.
I mean, I don't think bone and armor is particularly shareable.
Can I make the case that a 12-foot tall thing wrapped in what is essentially kindling is...
You want to try and focus your urge? Okay. I can see this as
The other two
defying
of us
with
are only
mental
attached,
fortitude
but
to aim your fiery hunger.
This
Fair
just
enough.
gives me a reason to take Heart of the Phoenix, okay? Died in fire.
I was going to take the one that gives me fire armor.
Now, is this particularly brash or daring?
I don't think so. You're trying to
Okay,
focus the danger that's already there.
fair enough. I was gonna dump whiskey on myself first. The flames turn blue.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm defying with wisdom. That's what I'm doing.
Yep. To focus. Focus your
Oh,
anger.
wait. 3 dice. That's a 9.
Perfect. Okay. So I think you are able to do that. But there's no way you're not gonna also end up burning Bert with him being on the chest under the cloth of that creature.
I mean, I rolled a 6. I don't really have control here.
Okay, go for it. Are you just like tackling him with your fiery form? What does it look like when you're unleashing your fire?
I think, it's basically... Yeah, I burn up to him and reach out with my hands and just try to grab him around the head and just start, pumping heat energy into him.
Okay, perfect. That sounds like the closest thing to engage that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Can I help with this one?
If you can describe to me how. He's currently kind of frozen with you like being held mid-hand. It looks like he's about to either swing you on the ground or like throw you.
Yeah, I want to aim for any sort of like joint. Like, if it's the wrist or the elbow, I want to aim for that to try and like disarm him.
Sure, I think that can help if you.
Okay.
Yeah. It won't
We'll
free
take
you
that.
just from the help, but you will.
That's
Yeah.
an action.
Yeah.
13.
Very nice. That help greatly helped. Yeah. So you blow in, and the creature starts being basically set on fire. Which one are you picking, by the way? Avoid attack.
Take me from them. Take
Extra
me from
condition. Take something from them.
I mean, there's two of you kind of stuck.
Again, I rolled a 6. Extra condition.
Okay. Perfect. So I think the creature takes an extra condition, from your flames, and you hear the smell of like burning rotten meat. It's not a pleasant smell. Begins to spread throughout the area. The creature screams. The first scream you've heard sounds like 3 different voices, not like a multitude, but a couple different voices screaming at the same time. And it is going to then counterattack. It's broken out of its gaze.
What?
It is going to still counterattack. Yeah. The fire breaks eye contact, Bert, as you take a condition. I'm gonna not say you take the extra condition that was done as well, but Bert takes the
Fine.
Can't you eye contact him again because he rolled a
Yes,
12?
you can do it again after. The cloth is burning rapidly, by the way, so you might not have this problem after this. But yeah, Bert is in severe danger of burning up. I don't think you're going to take a condition immediately, but yeah, quite severe danger of burning up. Mike,
So I don't take a condition from
I don't
this
think you're going
attack?
to take a condition now from this attack. No, it won't be quite
Okay.
that bad. But it will be like you need to get out of there now, and you're literally trapped by bones. Mike, I think the creature is gonna just try and kick you. Now, as a fire elemental, you are probably partly, but not entirely, insubstantial. I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
And probably, given how big this creature is, there would be some wind and stuff from its kick as well, which might have issues. But yeah, I think it's just gonna like
Armor
try
1.
and. That's the thing. This creature is very strong with its attacks. It's gonna deal 2 conditions back to you.
Ooh. And that's not defiable because that's coming back from the engage.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna armor one of them.
Yep.
And given that he hit me, I will take the condition angry into my charisma because
Fair.
now I'm pissed.
Vorfoli, you've been watching all of this helplessly to a degree, hitting it. You've been weakening the joints, but you still are not free. And the creature has now resumed movement. Its grip tightens on you again, and it is preparing to smash you against the ground, against the fire elemental that's now there. You really don't want to get thrown into a fire elemental.
Yeah. So can I tell, is my attacks not doing damage because it has armor?
Your attack isn't doing damage because it doesn't seem to care if it's hit with a warhammer, at least where you're hitting it.
Okay. I'm gonna try and go for that weakened joint to try and like smash the arm off.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't you roll to engage it then?
Okay, give me 1 second because I have a slightly angry cat next to me, so I'm gonna get rid of her first.
Okay. While that is happening, Dallen, you've been by yourself for a bit. Everything has been quiet. You haven't heard another response. This doesn't seem to be working.
I progressed to, at some point, threatening to jump off the waterfall because they can't keep me here. There's really not actually a waterfall, and I did not follow through on that threat. But I did progress, randomly stabbing my sword into the ground without taking my hand off it, because I'm not, thank you, offering it to them, and, trying to mutter the magic words to make whatever it is work to get me out of here.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be working yet. Either it's the wrong magic words or there's something else involved.
Okay. No insults, no teleporting, talking to it about why it might wanted to get the skeleton in here? Anything. Let me out of this hole. Let me join the fight.
After a moment, the voice bubbles up again and says, "I gave you my offer before."
Yes, but I need this sword.
Why?
Look, you gave me all the information on it, and then you just expect me to give it up to you?
Why do you need it?
It's the only thing I have to fight with. Besides, it's mine. I got it in combat.
I know how that sword is passed down. I'm offering you a chance to give it up without being killed yourself. It's the only other way.
Do not approve. Oh. No, I can't do that. I'm out of ideas, so if you've got an idea, go ahead. Otherwise, take the camera back.
So it told you slam it into the ground and it opens a portal?
Yeah,
It said it
something
could, like,
like
group teleport, is what it seemed to say.
Yeah, so do that.
Yeah.
that is what I was trying to do. Yes.
And just hold on to
It-
it.
But even what it
Exactly
said,
what I was trying to do. It was not working.
it said
Oh.
that there's more
Yeah.
to it. It doesn't know what it doesn't know what the more to it is.
And my randomly trying various things is apparently going to work.
Could you perhaps like ponder?
Yeah.
Yeah, good idea. Mental ideas. Thank you.
Okay. So you're gonna think
Yeah,
what?
ponder.
You're gonna
What
meditate
to
on
do?
the sword.
Okay. What is your question?
Oh. I'm like, what might be the best way to get out of here without leaving the sword?
Okay.
I can ponder on some other things some other time. Okay. Sorry, trying to even find ponder. There it is. Hint. Thing particular. 8.
So you know that the sword can be taken back by killing someone. So the best thing to do might be to give it the sword and then get free and then kill it.
With what?
You pull a steel chair out from under the ring.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Find a heavy rock.
Yeah.
Have you
but yeah,
tried
no.
kindness? You
With-
could kill it with kindness.
With a 7 to 9, the other thing is
Actually, I have.
I was about to say, for another thing you could try is offering to help it, but you don't know
Yeah, no.
how that could work.
Life. It sounds like if I want out of here, I leave the sword. I do not like leaving the sword.
You could also wait and try to annoy it enough to where it's distracted enough for us to fight it.
Can I help in that way?
They're not fighting it right now. So, not yet.
Are they not? Okay. So basically, we'll just work through that then.
No, Sedaris is the thing in the orb, and we're fighting its
Yeah.
guardian.
This is true. The universe and everything.
You could also ponder on like how, like based on what you know about the Fae, how could you teleport out of here yourself with the sword?
Yeah, that's essentially what I tried just now.
Well,
That's more specific.
no,
Okay.
that was not the question. Like, you asked the question of how can you get out of here, but that was...
Then, sure. If I can, let's give that a ponder.
Sure. I will allow one
And
more
I
ponder if
will-
it's a different thing.
Push myself here because this is,
Okay.
let me.
Perfect.
Okay. Is push yourself just advantage? Or... Yes, it is. Okay, there we go.
Yep.
So yes, how can I make the sword work with knowledge of the Fae? Can't flash back, don't have access to my friend who will help me ponder more, but hey. 10.
Okay, perfect. I was so say how the one part of it is to say how you might know the answer. I do have an idea for how you might know the answer, but I will ask it from you first.
Um, we didn't see the Fey portal opening over there, but we did see it closing. Could we maybe have seen something of what they were doing? Or just, when we were watching the Fey captain, there was something that they did repeatedly that just kind of struck us odd? Does that work?
Not for the sword policy. My idea for it could be that you saw the hero that you took the sword from trying to use it, and before he
Right
died.
before. Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me.
Okay, perfect. You saw the creature, the man rather, use the sword. They did stab it into the ground. You thought it was You thought at the time that it might have been them doing the thing where like using it to hold themselves up when they're wounded.
Yeah. I
But
give up.
yeah, that kind of thing. Before the poison took them. You saw them stab the sword into the ground, then twist it sideways, kind of like a key, and say a word. Um, the word itself doesn't mean anything specific to you. It's not a phrase. It sounds like it's. I'll get you the word in a sec. Hold on, I'm just grabbing it. But it sounds. Here we go. Um, he said the word Zurud,
That's a word.
but he said that you heard that quietly as he died, his hand having already slipped from the sword. So maybe you have to keep your hand held to the sword to do that.
Give it a shot and try and teleport sensibly just out of this made up space back into the hallway.
Okay. In that case, you are activating the sword. This is a custom move that has not fully been written yet, but I do know what it will be. Please roll with wisdom to activate the sword.
Dread it. Um, Alright, I'm just going to press defy as the easiest way to do it.
Do you want to push yourself to do it? You have advantage because of you pondered just how to use it, so now you're using it, so you have advantage.
Okay, that counters my disadvantage.
Is it also your lowest stat? And it has
Yes.
disadvantage? Oh.
Yes.
Do you want to push yourself so it's advantage?
Sure, we'll be settling in soon, right?
I hope so.
I will push myself, take a condition to charisma, because obviously all my talking just hasn't been working. Very depressing, that.
Mm-hmm.
3 dice. Advantage. 8! Again, better than it could have been.
Perfect. So in this case, choose one. 1, you leave something behind, I will say what. 2, you don't get quite where you need to go. The teleport is, not quite on target. Or 3, and this is intentionally vaguely ominous, the sword changes things as when you teleport.
That is impressively vaguely ominous.
But his
For
forces,
now,
I believe, is the term the game uses.
For now,
And
I'm gonna go with you don't get quite to where you need to go, because I think I don't know how I'm doing this or using it, and user's error feels like it makes sense here.
Okay, perfect. Then I think there is I think we see the color of the sword is currently like it turns blue as you do this, and then this same color blue flash envelops you, and there's another blue flash, and you appear on the roof of the tower outside.
Sweet, I can work with that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back inside while the fight's going on, Warfoli, did you get a chance to act on?
No, I had to move a pissed off cat. So,
Right, yeah.
yeah, I'm aiming for the joint to try and disarm to get me away from it.
Okay, perfect. Then let's roll. I think you're not hurting it so much, actually. If you're trying to escape, then this would be defying with strength to just like hit it hard enough to get out.
Oh boy, I'm always ready to disarm people, so that's the last of that.
Okay, you're prepared for this. This was exactly what you expected.
Exactly. Hey.
Nice. Okay, yeah. No, you see, you feel some of the creatures, like the thumb joint, breaks, and it releases you enough, at least, for you to slip out. And get away from the unbearable heat. Yeah, you slip away. You see there's fire everywhere now. You can see that the skeleton creature is bent over the box and is pushing a bunch of buttons on it, doing something.
I'm running to him immediately.
Okay, ignoring the rest of the fight. Okay.
Yeah, the fire elemental's got it. All right, he's gonna melt him.
Okay, as you run up to him, Bert, you really feel like you should have put on sunscreen today. You didn't expect this. You've spent some time underground, but it turns out it's really warm above ground, especially about 40 feet above ground in this tower.
Yeah. Gritting my teeth through the flames, I would like to compel the zombie creature to remember that it is in fact dead, using the promise of sweet relief if it would just give in to the fire.
I will first ask you to defy with strength to grit your teeth and bear the fire.
I was just gonna take the condition.
Oh, okay. You take the condition, and you look at the creature and you say these things, and it does
Make eye
not.
contact and say these things.
You make eye contact and say these things, and it freezes as you spend your last hold. But it does not otherwise appear to have heard you.
Can I use charisma? I was gonna roll. Doesn't hear me at all? Oh no. Oh no. Can I shoot it in the face?
You can shoot it in the
Isn't your
face
hand
if
still
you're.
stuck?
Oh right, yeah. You're all of your limbs are kind of
Right.
grabbed by bones.
Well, that's that then.
Okay.
What I got. I was trying to use my moves, but nope, I'm dead.
Mike, you are well, you've been kicked. You've been partly put out, unfortunately, by this creature that doesn't realize how burnable it is as fire continues to spread along its cloak. What do you do?
No, I'm gonna get Bert out of there. I think at this point, I think that some sense is coming back, having had controlled the fire enough to do the damage.
Yeah, I think so. With you have had sense knocked into you, basically.
Yeah. So what I would like to do is reach down and break those ribs away, if possible.
Sounds good. Then I think you are defying with strength to just get him out of there.
Can I help by wiggling?
Yes. Yep. Perfect.
Strength 9.
Okay. So I think that you do get Bert out of there. Um, but I think you wouldn't know. No, I just think you can get him out of there, and I assume you will choose to do so. But you're gonna activate some more magic circles as you reach around and touch this creature. None of them
Do
are.
I do I get blown up again?
They're not explosive. No. Um, a variety of magical effects can happen from these circles. Um, and I think in this one, a volley of sharpened icicles shoot out of several of them and manage to hit both Bert and Mike as Bert's as they're like pulled away from the creature.
Yes, I get blown up again.
It's not with an explosion.
It's with ice, but I
Shrapnel. It's the same
Yeah.
damn thing.
Yep,
How does ice hit a fire element?
it cools them down. It's a condition. Water beats fire.
It's armor, as I melt those away with my fiery exterior.
Perfect. Yep.
Everyone's bragging about all their armor.
We need to give Bert the full suit of armor.
We need Bert to have armor because I have 4 with my dragon. I have 4 instances of
Yeah,
armor.
Well,
I have,
your
I have
dragon's
4
not
as
here
well,
right
as
now.
long as I'm on
Yeah,
the
he's not here now.
I have one.
I'm
Because someone
not-
gave away their armor.
Well,
Yeah, that's on you. You had armor. You got rid
and
of
the
your
ability
armor.
to wear it. I also gave away the ability to wear it.
Oh, that's fair.
I might take one of the backgrounds that give me armor just for like a goofy effect for protection as opposed to like actually buying armor.
Why do I have the feeling that if you show up in armor, you're going to look like a conquistador?
Yeah. One of your armor is just your hat by itself. Speaking of armor, yeah, no. Vorfoli, you come up to the skeleton, armored skeleton, and it looks like it is pressing. There seems to be a grid of buttons on this box. There's a kind of glowing flat crystal square that is displaying symbols that looks to be in ancient Fae.
It's a goddamn laptop.
And it's
I
the skeleton is like rapidly pressing buttons.
I will demand to know by the powers vested in me by the great dragon above what the fuck he's doing.
Okay, commanding him to tell you the
I
truth.
am the law. Yeah,
Perfect. Okay.
because otherwise, he's getting the laptop broken and his face bashed in.
Okay.
That seems like a reasonable way to deal with him.
And I'm gonna push myself. I have the condition of boned because I got bone splinters in me to my dex.
I feel like we're learning way too much about Warfoley. Always ready to be tied up, got boned.
All right. Perfect.
We get XP for learning things. It's fine.
Yeah,
Learn
listen, I'm
something
giving
new
you guys
about the
XP. Right? That's a
10.
10.
Okay. So
I
pick
choose
2 out of the 3.
They reveal a piece of information to me, and if they do anything other than follow my order, I get advantage forward to bashing them in the face.
Yeah, okay. So I think they say I'm trying to prevent this malignant entity you're about to mistakenly free from escaping while containing it so it doesn't
No, let
plague
that
this
guy out.
area. He just says that under his breath to you while the rest of everyone else over there is burning. And then unwittingly, that's the intentional telling. He says unwittingly, he says, sort of muttering to himself more like, it's been some time since I've used a console, but I think I remember my way around it.
Oh no. I don't know if this is a good thing or so he
We got
says
mecha elves.
hold on. He's saying I'm making sure you guys aren't going to release this entity.
Unwittingly, and he also used the word malignant.
Okay. So he believes it's bad. I think I believe it's bad. Can I ask him a follow-up question?
Yes, it's just roleplay. He wouldn't be bound by the
Okay.
law, but yes.
If I smash it, can we not release it?
Um, he says eventually it'll get out on its own if that happens. That's what's the problem's been doing. No one's been properly siphoning the power. Just a minute. Hold that thing off.
If you fuck us, I'll fuck you. Just turn around to make sure he doesn't get attacked.
Perfect. Dallen, you're on the roof. I don't think you can hear anything other than like vague voices. You don't hear what's being said, but there's the sound of some kind of fight from below.
As far as I remember, there were no windows or anything on the tower?
On the
Nope.
top floor, there are no windows.
Okay, that's fine then. I have an almost unbreakable shovel. I would like to try
Is that
and
really what it is? An almost unbreakable shovel?
We got it from the giant, I think. I remember it was.
Oh
It's
yeah, we have
made
a
out of
dragon
his
Yeah,
metal
Dragonstone.
shovel.
Dragonstone
Mm.
shovels.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we did that.
I have that in my
Right.
inventory right now. So I'm going to try and slam that down through the roof a couple of times to be able to get in
You're gonna
through
dig
the roof.
into the building.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so I need you to defy with strength to get there in time without causing horrific collateral damage to everyone below you by covering them with heavy rocks.
It'll be fine. Defy. I don't have advantage or disadvantage.
I could also see int. I doubt you want to use
No,
int.
I'm much happier with strength. It's the only thing that doesn't have a condition right now.
Okay. You don't want that XP? Okay.
No, I want into the fight.
Perfect. Okay, so I think you like near the edge of the circular tower, I think, is where you make your hole so that it doesn't, crush whatever's in the middle, like hypothetical glass orbs. Um, and you, yeah, a couple of the stones fall to the ground, enough space for you to jump through without problem, and you do so. You find yourself on the edge. You see your skeleton friend typing on this strange button-covered box. And the other three of your allies are fighting a giant flesh golem that's on fire.
Currently, Verfoli was next to the skeleton friend. I'm sure whatever he's doing is fine.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
Well, neither of us are terribly happy with this entity at the moment. If all my friends are going to fight the thing, let's go fight the thing.
Okay. I think, Dallen, you finally earned a chance to charge in and fight.
Yes.
What do you do?
However, if there is no one in the way, I need safety here. I am throwing said sword and Bond's charging in.
Perfect. Okay. You're throwing the sword. That sounds like you're letting fly, then?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I help here by like grabbing him, holding him in place, something along those lines?
He's definitely too big to hold in place, like, totally, but I still think you can help if you try to, like, keep one of his legs down.
Yeah.
Maybe corral with fire.
Yeah, I just
They're
wanna-
not afraid of fire. They are burning and in pain, but still aren't.
Yeah, I
They
just
don't
want
seem to
to
have
create an
fear.
open shot
Yep.
somehow. So
I'm specifically at this point aiming for the head because there's no one around there.
That's fair.
Yeah.
fair
You know,
enough.
as much as you can aim an overarm throw of a sword.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good
listen,
enough.
It's a big head. It's like
Yeah.
quite big.
Okay,
if we
help
learned anything
negate
from Thor, okay, you gotta always aim for the head.
Yeah.
help negates the disadvantage. So let's see how this goes. 11. Woohoo!
Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
Clear
your
shot, inflict a condition.
your aim flies true and it hits the head. The creature does not seem to notice as it turns around and look. It's like its body is acting like it's looking at you. It's armoring the wound. You still hit it, but
Okay.
it doesn't seem like it relies on its head to sense its thing around you. Though you can see now now that its burning skin is covered with hundreds of magic circles. Though they are
We've
burning
learned
too.
that the thing that we've learned is if you hit the magic things, whatever they're on stops. So
Yes. However, I think Mike, as you and Bert are recovering, you hear a voice say, "A little help here." And looking back, you can see that your skeleton friend has been grabbed by several vines now that have snuck their way up from the lower floor.
I have stood in defense of him, so he is
Have you?
not targetable. Yeah,
When?
I turned around and stood in defense of him
Oh, I
while
misheard
he was
that.
tightly.
I thought you
Yeah.
um were charging back at the creature.
No, I was staying put with him.
Okay. Then
That was the reason I was leaving him alone.
Then
too.
in that case, going back to Vorfoli, you see several vines creeping forward towards the creature, towards the skeleton, rather. They're going to you once you get in the way, and they're reaching forward to grab you, which is bad because that happened before. Bill, you broke out of them before.
I would like to smash some vines.
Okay, that will be possible. Difficult with a hammer, but we'll see how it goes.
Is
I
this
think
defy or engage?
like the vines can't really be wounded, just kind of warded off. So I'd say it's more defy.
Okay. I'm just gonna go for it. Two
Okay.
dice, no advantage or disadvantage. Strength?
I think so in this case. You're trying to hit them hard enough to break them with a blunt weapon. I think strength is required. Okay,
do it.
perfect. You're able to keep yourself and your skeleton friend safe as the vines are trying to grab you and failing. Mike and Bert, you see the creature. It has turned towards a newly arrived Dallen who broke through the ceiling. There's a bit of sunlight here now, then. Oh, it's a swamp. Never mind. Stormy cloud light.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to try to not worry about the skeleton and instead insist that Vorfoli stop hurting the vines and stop the skeleton.
Yes.
We made a deal with the plant.
The plant is a malignant.
We made a deal
I
with
turn
it.
back to the skeleton.
Nods.
Entity.
Yeah, can I roll to convince you that the
Can-
plant's on our side?
Can you be convinced, Vorfoli?
I mean, isn't there a compel move that will make them be convinced? I don't know.
Yeah, you
It-
can roll to convince either way because it's not
Yeah.
it's not mind control. So
Yeah.
roll to compel Vorfoli to.
I mean, my point was I was offering you just the no before rolling, or
Yeah.
if you want me to roll to see if it's viable.
He will say no, so you could try to compel, because compel has the like PC portion of it.
Yep.
Hey, don't step on my keyboard, dummy. Get out.
You might release a malignant entity if you.
Yeah, you might lose the malignant entity. Okay, get out of here.
Okay. So Indigo, pick one of the two. If they do it, you will favor them, or if they don't do it, they will have disadvantage forward, and you no longer favor them.
If you do it, you'll gain Bert's favor.
Oh, hold on. Let me see who. No, I don't need to do it.
Okay. Well then, Vorfoli is standing in the way of.
What a wizard tower!
All right. So,
Don't promises of imaginary things.
Mike, you see all this happening. The creature is about to descend on Dallen.
One thing at a time. All right. Yeah, I'll go after the creature. Yeah, it hurts every time I do this, but I'm just gonna go burn him some more. That's a 10.
Nice. What do you choose?
Extra condition. Let's just end this fucking thing.
Okay, perfect. The creature seems to sense, despite it having a sword hole, I guess, the sword teleporter back in its head. It senses the heat from your presence and turns around with a quick sweep kick kind of thing, where it seems to be moving fast, and seems to act like someone who has had some martial arts training, but but still is very much fighting in a brute-ish style. But yeah, it sweeps its enormous, now partly burning foot towards you. Um, but I think you grab hold of it as it hits you and just raise your temperature as high as you can to start incinerating it. And you do so.
Nice.
Um,
So, is it done? Like,
as it slams you into the wall, dealing 2 more conditions. The fire has finally fully caught up with the creature, and it's not that it can feel pain, it's that its actual like function is now burning away, and it kind of just starts slumping into a burning pile.
nice. All right. Well, I'll leave it to burn, and then whirl on the skeleton and say, "Cease and desist."
The skeleton looks at Vorfoli and then at Dallen and says, like, kind of gives a shrug. Doesn't stop typing though.
I
Firebolt
stand.
right at it. Fuck it.
I
No.
dive in front of him.
Okay, so PvP is happening here. So the first thing to say is how far are we willing to go with this?
I was just wanting to stop the fighting to talk. Now that
I'm
there's
gonna
not
shoot the
a
skeleton
movement-
immediately after this. So
I don't know. I don't know if you can with my devout virtue.
That would still apply. Basically, Vorfoli's always kind of getting in. Vorfoli's bodyguarding and like body blocking.
well, then you're gonna get shot. Apparently,
Yeah, and burn.
I don't know your magic powers.
Okay, so
I'm not willing to kill the other PCs, but I am willing to get them to either stop fighting or put them down.
is that the same for the other 2 of you? Are you willing to like?
I'm 1 hit away from dying, so
Well, potentially dying, but yes.
Yeah, you don't have to choose to die. You could choose to like change your playbook or lock a condition.
Okay. So, are we all good then to continue and then see how things go as we continue with this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then let's
that's fine.
start with the. It seems like Mike is letting fly a bolt of fire at them.
Yep.
All right. So Mike will be the one rolling for this. I think that Vorfoli and Dallen are interfering, if I'm not mistaken.
See, my original interference was going to be tackle, and then I, realized that they're
That's a
on
fire. They are fire. Yeah.
You could
I
take
don't
the
think I'm
bard.
quite stupid enough
Okay.
to tackle the fire person. Yeah, if I see the bard readying a shot, I'll deal with that one.
Okay. Bert, are you acting as part of this, or are you helping, or are you doing your own thing after?
do my own thing after.
Okay. So then I think just one interference from Vorfoli.
It's kind of hard to coordinate with a fire mushroom.
Hold on. Oh, I'm wrong. You can't sabotage a move against you, so it would not have disadvantage because this is
Oh,
effectively
sweet.
being retargeted to Vorfoli.
Okay, that's 11. So I take a condition. I will shield that condition.
Okay, so you block it with your shield, but now it's like, yeah, burnt and has char marks on it. And then Bert, you're also raising your gun to shoot at the same time, but Dallen's coming to tackle you.
I see Dallen coming, and I would instead of shooting because I see Sword Boy. It's hard to tell that you've changed to be a rogue, but you're not quite a fighter.
Yeah, the unarmored fighter.
I see the Sword Boy coming at me, and so I don't immediately shoot, but I do reinforce the fire mushroom's threat on the skeleton to the next keystroke will be your last. I would
So,
like to compel the skeleton to prefer hands over typing.
To stop until this is resolved. Okay. Then yes, you can compel him. I think it makes the most sense to yeah, he'll stop until you let him continue, for that to be your goal. Roll with
Well, just
charisma.
to stop if he values his hands. That's a
Okay, Sure.
promise a
They
threat
are
of
armored,
violence.
but you have a
I have a gun.
gun from the bullet dimension. Or sorry, that shoots bullets from the bullet dimension. Guns don't go. Guns are from the gun
Well, really,
dimension.
all bullets are eventually to and from the bullet dimension.
So, let's roll charisma to compel. Okay. So
9.
they will do it, but only if you also favor them afterwards. So I think
Sure, they could be the guardian of my wizard tower. It's fine.
they say, I'm only doing this because you're so entertaining, Bert.
Fair enough. Get a lot of stuff done.
Okay, now that the typing is stopped and the thingy is dead, can we sit and talk?
Nope.
Why
Back away from the
exactly are you
keyboard.
trying to let Stedaris out?
Why was he contained in the first place? A natural being.
Can we?
I don't know, but he seems to gestures at the skeleton.
Yeah, what?
Your skeleton has lied with every breath. I do not trust him.
It doesn't matter whether you trust me or not. This being, she's gonna make everyone in this entire village have a very, very bad day if she gets out. This place was a
fault is
spring
that?
well.
The beings that built this tower.
Sure.
Mine is not the concern of the townsfolk.
Do you think
He looks at the
she
rest
will
of you
make
like,
the
is
difference
yours?
between the people who are in this town and the people who just got to this town? The people we were sworn to protect?
Sworn they paid us. I have other plans that supersede your morals.
Or the necromancer who still has not paid us?
You know what? This is why everything happened the way it did. And the skeleton just kind of walks away from the computer for a bit, folds his arms, and says, I'll wait till this finishes up. Wake me up when you're done.
Oh, what? Okay.
Fair enough.
What do we know about this entity?
You want to know what I know? I heard a name.
Sure. Yeah, you heard the name. Tell me what you know.
What do I know
What do you
about this
know?
magic entity?
Well, firstly, tell me something you've heard about it, and then I'll tell you something.
Yeah. I have heard that, yeah, they will make everyone have a bad day, but, it's party at night. Like, it's not all bad when they're in control.
Sidaris happens to also be the name of a genie in a legend, a djinn of sorts, known to grant wishes, but also those wishes very much have strings attached. Not in a
Oh,
devil's
they tend
way,
to
where
vanish.
not as
They
a
tend to-
monkey's paw way, but in a, like, you gotta do something for them too way.
Look, I was trapped in a dimension with this thing for quite a while, and
Me too. My dragon's
yes,
still
and
somewhere.
for Foley as well, and we learned something, or at least I learned some things about this. It's definitely a fae of some sort. It's one of the advanced guard of the people coming over to try and take out the entirety of our world. This thing hates us. It will kill all of us. It will kill everyone in this town. We cannot let it out.
You hear just Mike, the voice from one of the vines, who's just like sitting there on the floor near the top of the stairs, and it just says, "Lies."
Not that.
How do you know it did not lie to you, Mike? It saw you as a guardian of nature, came to you as vines. It put me in a jungle, by the way. I don't know if I made that fucking clear.
Yes, a jungle, a natural place.
Is
Attacked by
a
natural beasts.
is a bear wolf natural? I don't think so. That thing seemed pretty fucked up. And
Come see the
unnatural.
life spring and find out what's natural, dwarf.
It also took my dragon friend.
All it seemed interested in with me was acquiring power.
Interesting. It would appeal to you with acquiring power, thief.
No, it's not appeal to me. It wanted it.
The
Can-
voice
can you-
from the vine says,
Can you be less hot, please? It's very hot in here. Have you ever had a
Whew.
pizza, Mike? This is turning into a pizza oven, and I'm not pizza. I'm a dwarf.
only the dwarves have pizza. It's terrible. They keep it all to themselves.
Comes from a pizza dimension.
Yeah.
The vine says
Those
says to
lucky
you,
ones,
Mike.
yeah, that's good.
I think it says to you, with what Dallen has, we can stop the Fae forever.
Oh, I wish I could hear that.
Mike, please, let's take it down a notch. We can sit and talk. There's no rush right now. If we decide to release it, we can release it. If we decide not to, we cannot.
On
We
that
can
note,
not.
you hear voices from below. Other people have entered the tower.
There is
Mike,
no rush.
I no longer care for these words. It releases, or we come to blows.
Mike, don't make me get out my sigil. Okay? We're going to sit and talk about this like civilized peoples.
Where do you stand on this, Bert?
Bert is
Walked away.
walking up to the console.
No! I would like to at least stay
I was
between
trying to
Bert and the
I was trying to
console.
slink away to the console.
I
Yeah.
think
They
with
were
how we're
discussing.
I'm
I
focused on you in this conversation.
I was about to say I don't think Bert can approach the console
I
without anyone
understand I
noticing.
have now been addressed, but I was trying to do that before I was addressed.
Oh, good
You
timing.
were like sneaking away. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
you like freeze like a deer.
see, there's two people in charge of this tower. They're not having a good time. Now, if
who's the second one?
the plant,
The
What?
plant? Who's the
Yeah.
first one?
the thing in the box?
What? No, they're the same person.
No, they're not. They're gonna fight.
No. Why
Yeah.
would the plant want the thing in the box released if
They
they're
want
gonna
the thing
fight?
in the box gone. They want it dead.
No, they want it out because it's it.
No, they're two separate things. I have it on
How do
good
you-
authority.
On what authority?
I can't reveal my sources.
What do you mean you can't review?
We're gonna let the two things out of the box.
No, it's
Is
one thing. It's tricking you. It's one thing.
They're gonna fight.
They're not gonna fight. They're gonna fight us.
We're gonna get the tower.
Can
Nope,
I
we're not
club
getting
Bert over
that.
the
We
head?
need the tower to house all of the innocent people you saved.
May I please hit Bert?
Bert, are you good with that? If a roll is made to hit you as an indigo, are you good with that?
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Whatever.
You
I
may
am not
engage.
looking to, destroy him. I'm looking to, pommel over the head, knock him out, something.
Oh yeah, I want to defy.
Okay, then yeah, that will be. Yeah, I think Bert can probably defy to not get knocked out, or no?
Okay, sabotage.
Dallen,
but you
you're
can't
defying
sabotage
with-
and act towards yourself. Yeah.
Correct, Dallen. You are defying strength to safely knock Bert out. I think Dallen's the one
Yeah.
who has the initiative and is acting and making. the
Okay,
roll.
as long as there's a roll involved, that's cool.
Yeah.
Then.
Okay, defy, strength. None. You said blows. Let's see how this
Okay,
starts.
safely,
Yeah,
no
Burke's just
condition.
stuck unconscious. I'm just out. Just-
Sorry.
Ay.
Well, that's
Oh,
one.
Grasping vines take Borfolio with a 14. They move him out of the way, and I'm burning that fucking skeleton.
He is not
I
in the
was
way of
about
the console right now. By the way.
I was about to yell at the skeleton.
No. But he was the one. He was the one activating the console. Vorfoli's the one been protecting him. Vorfoli's now out of the way. I'm burning the skeleton.
Wanted the skeleton to go charge Mike.
Marissa, what did you say?
I was going to tell the skeleton to go charge Mike, so it's reasonably easy a shot.
Do you inflict a condition on me too?
Yes, because
Yeah.
yep.
All right,
That's a
I
thing.
armor that.
Okay. So yeah, no. More the empowered. I think is it the same vines, just like empowered by your
Yeah.
magic? Okay, yeah. They zip forward and grab Vorfoli. You might be able to break out of them later, Vorfoli, but not yet.
Hmm.
Currently, you have petals coming out of
That
your
was-
eyes.
That was 3 6s, by the way. That was disadvantage.
The dice say yes.
Really wanted to stop it.
Yep. Okay. So, Dallen, you're not directly interfering with this as he sends a firebolt towards the skeleton, then?
I think things are happening too quickly for me to reasonably
Okay.
directly interfere. I think
Then-
as I knocked him out, I was like saying, "Get the fire guy" or something like that.
Okay.
But
The skeleton is still in full plate armor, so it's doubtful you'll be able to incinerate him in one hit, but yeah, you can absolutely send fire at him.
hmm I don't have a thing of deck. No, I don't. Okay.
should I? try?
8.
Okay. So you inflict a condition but are either put in a dangerous position or gain disadvantage forward, your choice.
I'll take disadvantage forward.
Okay, yeah. So you inflict the condition. You see like there are several spots on the armor that are like glowing red with how hot it is, and he says, "Well, I see that you are still working this out. I will wait downstairs. Bye." And he just starts like very like jogging down, like very fast walking. I'm getting out of here. If you let him go.
I would like to yell at him to stay as I frantically dig through my backpack and pull out some water.
You're adventuring gearing a bucket of water.
Maybe not a bucket, but sure.
That's feasible. You're definitely gonna have to command him to stay put, under literal fire. I think-
I'll
So you can command him. He's initially gonna say like, "I'll just come back when you've dealt with it. It's fine."
get to the keyboard is basically
Okay.
the idea.
Yep.
Finish whatever it is you were doing.
Roll
Okay, so roll for
charisma to command. Are you interfering at all, Mike?
Yes.
Okay, by just
Yeah.
being menacing.
There's walls of flames gouting out around.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to roll the compel roll because that's the closest, easiest thing.
Oh yeah. Okay. You don't. Yep.
How many dice? 3. Oh wait, there's disadvantage again.
Disadvantage. Yep.
Yeah. 20 dice. 4. 7.
Wow. That's
Yup.
okay. So,
You owe him a lot.
this is not compel though, but yeah, this is actually command. So with command, I will pick one. The experience endangers them. They do it, but are out of the action for a time. So I think they're gonna go listen to you and go back. They like rush through the fire back onto the computer. But once this is over, if they're not dead, they will be like not around for a while.
He's gonna dig himself into a hole again just to like
Get away
decompress.
from
Yeah,
you.
I need to heal from all the chaos. And he's gonna go meditate underground. Is he a gnome?
You'll find the gnome tunnels. I'm
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, no, he gets it, but you can see he's getting some damage from the fire. But yeah, he says, I think he just says, "Fine, just stop yelling at me." You're using your adventuring gear to get out a portion of water.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think any better way to get you to cool off more quickly. That's a
Okay. While that is happening, Vorfoli, you're still
yeah,
up.
Go ahead.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and break out of these vines.
Okay. Why don't you defy with strength? I assume you're just doing it the way you did it before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice. So yeah, you rip your way free of the vines. You see Mike. Mike is presumably at least partly focused on the other two, as they're the ones who lately acted. I'm sure that doesn't mean he's ignorant to you. What do you do?
I'm taking a warhammer to the fire. I don't know. He seems like not incorporeal, but not like
Some
completely
physical actions
corporeal.
have been done, so
Yeah. I'm just gonna go bonk him. Just be like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
okay. That's good with you, Mike?
I mean, yeah, there's
I think that makes
not
sense.
much I can do about it. So
Okay. Then why don't you engage?
And I help by distracting, I guess?
You can help if you want to. I'm not sure if distracting. I will let Zen. You can decide if you would be distracted by, like, how you would be distracted, or if this would make sense. I could also see being distracted by the actual bucket of water getting thrown at you. That might be distracting.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Okay, so advantage. A 7.
7. Okay. So you both trade blows as you rush in. If that's are you both just wanting to inflict a condition on each other? Blows are normally meant to kind of be typically, but not necessarily conditions. A lot of the more flexible stuff is saved for a 10 plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. Condition for condition.
Or helping, does that mean I take the condition as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm armor 9.
All right. So
I'm
burns
burned.
and Warhammer fire bruises. All right. So
It looks
Mike,
visibly worse for wear.
I think you've had the other two are teaming up on you right now, but I think you have the initiative with how things are going. The console is right there, unattended right now.
I thought the skeleton was there.
Oh, you're right. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. He's like typing as rapidly as he can.
Couple of things I could do. Let me just check one thing here. Nope, that's useless. All right. I'm gonna move toward the center of the room where the console is. As I go, I'm gonna smash my bottle of whiskey on the ground and consume it. And I am going to pour every ounce of heat I can into this room.
You're basically in activate self-destruct mode?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, I want to like phase around the console itself and the ball of
The
green
crystal,
light.
yeah.
Yeah.
Try to like melt it, basically. Okay.
I have a counteraction, but I'm not sure I can.
You want
It
to
works for me to
interfere?
get it off.
Yeah.
You could interfere. It's not targeting you.
I was thinking of teleporting everyone but him out of the room.
That
And I don't think that that's interference per se.
no, that wouldn't be interference.
Yeah.
Then.
Then.
Yeah, I think.
Ollie, you got anything?
Wait, that's a
I would-
valid plan. If you want to teleport us all out, I'm cool with that. That's fine.
Okay, so you throw the bottle of liquor on the ground. I would like to
Okay.
interfere by immediately diving and sucking up as much of the liquor as I can.
That is a bold move.
I mean,
I
it
would,
technically
I would
would
argue that's a
cancel out.
condition right there. Like you just burned your face with flaming liquor.
my beard.
It technically would cancel out the advantage, which might be given by the liquor.
I'm giving you disadvantage by canceling out the advantage.
That's fair.
I will also interfere if I can by just, again, kind of distracting. If he's turning away from me, I'll chuck the sword at the back of his.
If you interfere, and things, and like you won't be able to basically teleport out if you need to. If you interfere.
If I don't interfere and this happens, I assume I take a condition. Well,
no.
See, you're pouring heat into the room, so he's
focusing on the center of the room. He's not targeting everyone necessarily.
I would say that if you interfere and I win, you take a condition.
Yeah,
okay.
Right. Interfering is more directly dangerous for you.
I'll not interfere here right now.
Okay. It sounds to me like you were defying with strength, Mike, because you are using, you're powering through it to me of just like, nope, melt.
Yep.
And yeah, one source of advantage and disadvantage, plus maybe you have a condition or you want to push yourself.
Not pushing, but no condition either.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Oh boy.
That's a 9.
Oh, was it engage or
it was
defy?
Defy with strength.
It was defy with strength, but engage does the thing.
It is the same thing in this case. So with a 9, it only abates if you make a costly sacrifice or ugly choice.
Wait, it was disadvantage forward. Was that with disadvantage?
Well, he had advantage and disadvantage, so it canceled.
Advantage from
okay,
the
yeah.
whiskey and yep.
Okay.
Oh, disadvantage forward from the volley.
Yeah.
You're right. That's what you chose when you tried to shoot fire at the skeleton. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I was just going back and making sure I didn't roll anything past
Okay.
that. Okay, let me roll another d6.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Nope, doesn't matter. Okay. The dice are with Mike right now.
Yep.
So, costly sacrifice or ugly choice. I think in this case, I think you burn out. You're not going to be able to transform into your fire elemental shape for some time after this. You basically burnt it out for quite a while. I will let you know when it's good, and feel free to ask.
Okay.
But if that's good with you, you melt this.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Do I take a condition?
You do take a condition from the fire as you were
Okay.
interfering.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I have enough XP to level up, and I wanted to take Heart of the Phoenix anyway. Can I die and then for my level up take Heart of the Phoenix and come back?
We haven't
We're not
settled
settling in yet.
So I have to either not die.
Yep.
I will lock in.
Oh. But even if with that, you're out of the scene for a bit.
Mm,
Oh, great.
yeah,
You
I'm gonna
can
lock
crumble
in.
and think about it.
Yeah, I crumble. I think I'm gonna end
I'm
up
just
locking
gonna
something in, but
Mark
I
something in the
can't.
back end from that. Don't mind me. Just minor Jaws music plays, one single part of it, and then nothing again. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think we just see this fire beginning to get like white hot, and you see the glass from the crystal beginning to melt. Same with the console. I think you see the skeleton say like, "It's too much. It's beginning to break." The skeleton looks at you, and Dallen, what do you do? This thing it is melting beyond repair. It is in the process of that and can't be stopped, I think.
I hope you finished whatever it is you were doing, and teleport everyone but Bert out of this room.
Okay.
What,
But
Bert?
Bert?
No, not Bert!
So mean! You knock me unconscious and leave me in a flaming building?
Okay, everyone but Mike.
Everyone but Mike! It's 4-letter names, and
Okay,
sorry.
roll with wisdom
You
to
could
activate your
You could use
sword.
my last name, Bertson.
Ah! Ryan, remember that Bert.
Well, it's
Sorry.
his first name is Bert with an E, and the last name is Bert with a U. So
So I'm just going to defy with wisdom here. Oh wait. No, it's only one source of disadvantage. Okay. And nope.
Oh no.
Sword teleports.
Cool. So, this is gonna be a thing.
I've
Shred
killed
it.
us all. I win.
we all die.
I win.
No, I think the teleport works, but there's a familiar now ripping and tearing sound as you teleport and where you appear, which presumably is just outside like in the village, or like just outside the tower, or where?
I was trying to get out.
Okay, cool. Just outside the
Anywhere
tower.
out.
You teleport in a similar like blue flash, and you're like Vorfoli is down, Bert is down, you're just there, and you're like recovering as you still see like fire and smoke is pouring from the windows that are on the floor below it,
And the hole you cut the ceiling.
and
Yep.
you're surrounded by like people who looks like, as you're looking around, it looks like the Chaparral forces are now like, okay, we've waited long enough. Go into the tower. Nightfall has begun. You guys didn't get here that early. The sun is setting, and then there's a ripping sound, and a portal begins to open to the Feywilds right here.
In the town, not in the tower, right?
In the town, right
Like
where you
in
Have
appear,
fun, guys.
in front of you.
I'm not there. Have fun.
And we see a, I think, staying back up at the tower. Actually, no, let's say it with the portal. I think you see, someone looking like the portal. No, you can't normally see through the portal, so never mind. No one immediately steps through it, basically. There's no like invading forces waiting there for it to open or anything like that. But yeah, there is a portal that is open here now. Back up in the tower, you hear the voice of the entity say, "Thank you for freeing me." As we just see the room is like covered in ash in all directions. There's no sign of the creature left after this is over. It looks like the inside of a kiln, basically. There's just slags of metal in two places, one where that spire was holding the crystal and one where the console was. And the voice says, "Now, this is enough for me to do the rest. You are a true friend of nature. I will repay you someday. You have gained the favor of Sidaris, and the tower starts flooding from the bottom up as water starts leaking from all of the walls of the tower. And
Awesome.
in a few moments, as everyone watches, people start, of course, fleeing from the tower. Not all of them make it out. As the tower, water initially starts pouring from the very few and very small windows. And as everyone starts backing away, and the water pressure keeps building, eventually the tower bursts from the inside with water.
What? They promised me a tower.
It lied.
Yes, that's what we were saying. that
Mike,
they're a
you have
lying
escaped.
liar who
You could
lies.
easily escape through the hole in the roof.
And just ride the tidal wave
Yeah.
out of town.
Yep. And we're going to end the session there with a literal geyser of a water going off in the center of this village that now also has a Fey portal.
I am on a tower.
And we'll end the session with that.
Yeah, I'm locking in my charisma actually, because it's just a minus. It makes it. What does it do? Disadvantage, right?
Yeah, it is a condition. It just can't be removed when you rest.
When
Okay.
you level up, you can spend XP to remove that locked in if you want.
No, because I'm gonna farm XP off of it. So.
Yep. Okay, so end of session. Once again, this was a crazy session. Did we discover something new and important about the world or characters?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
We discovered that PvP was apparently on the table.
Yep. Did we newly visit? No. Or significantly alter? Yes.
Yes.
A memorable location. Did we overcome a notable obstacle, enemy, or challenge?
Yeah.
Giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The challenge was the friend we made along the
The friends we lost along the way at this point. Okay. So 3 XP plus 1 if you accomplished your drive.
I did share a tale about my grandma's house.
Yes, that's true.
I don't know.
Lied
Did
about
I
Sidaris.
You
I tried
did.
to, at least.
did I instill or dispel fear in anyone?
Oh,
I don't remember that happening.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think the only shot you had was the skeleton, and he doesn't give a shit.
When the tower fills with water, does my dragon come back?
Oh, right. I didn't know he was missing, so I wouldn't have thought to include him.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We'll see at the start of next session. He'll come back. Yep. Okay.
What
I'm
about
now
what
horribly
about
scarred.
the bullet boys?
Oh, the Bullet Boys. I think they
have
have
bigger
been
problems to
driven
deal with.
off. For
Their tunnels
now.
were quickly flooded. They have drowned and died.
Oh no, they have lubed up sleds to travel. They just escaped. They got out of there, no problem. But
They just got all lubed up and slithered in holes.
they will be back when you
Fanta-
least expect them. They'll just literally pop out of the ground and start shooting again when you aren't protected by other soldiers and have a tower to retreat to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta say, that came right down to it. I have one condition left
I
to mark.
knew you
So
would.
do I.
Me too.
I
So
was
do
going
I.
to ask you, like, how many conditions do you have left when I
We
had
were
one left?
we were even up going into the PvP.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know Mike took 2 hits that each dealt 2 conditions, though he had lots of armor.
Mike mostly hit me.
If I had my dragon with me, I would have had 1 more armor.
Yep.
I had
Okay.
One more condition before going down. Sorry for hitting you there, Bert, by the way. I don't mean to take you out for that long.
Fine. Whatever. I don't care.
And yeah, that was episode 5. I'm gonna quickly write the move for using the sword. I'll just call it the Nexus Sword for now as a shorthand because it probably has its own thing. But when you let's go. When you stab the sword into the ground, twist it sideways, and say passphrase for now. That's basically what it is. I'll say what the passphrase is so we don't forget. It's way up here.
Yeah, we're gonna need to settle in.
Yeah.
Please, yes.
Yeah,
It's
I
passphrase.
want 1 more
Zarud.
XP, and I want to settle in.
Roll plus words. On a hit, you teleport wherever
Yeah, I'm at 14.
you
Oh my
want to
God.
go in the setting. On
Ooh, wait, this is a beautiful way just to get around to wherever we want to go.
On a 7 to 9, choose one. You leave something behind. The GM will say what. Or, you are off target. The GM will say how. Or, the sword... I'm going to actually say... I'm going to rewrite it slightly, because it hasn't happened. How do I...
But yeah,
Making
I think
sure
we
I
are
have
going
this
to
right.
have some words, Mike,
Yeah.
possibly before we settle in.
I would like to request we do that explicitly so I can get 2 more XP.
I have enough to level up. I can just
I have enough to level up once, but I'm 2 away from leveling up twice.
my silly reason I wanted to grab the one that gives you fire armor, and my silly reason is Mike burned me enough last time to develop the resistance to a new understanding of flame.
Mm. That's why I want to take the Heart of the Phoenix so I can die and just come back. Or I want a second one too, but I think the second one's gonna be making the tooth I took from the giant a magical item.
Nice. I'm
Okay.
probably going to make it so that I can hide something anywhere and pull that out. More adventuring gear.
So, here is the thing. The third choice, I've rewritten it slightly to the sword gains 1 hold. The GM, when the sword has 3 hold, the GM will say what happens.
Ominous.
I'll look at that afterwards. I'm interested. But
Basically, one of the last 7 to 9 option between off target, leaving something behind. The other one is the sword gains a hold, and something's going to happen when it gets 3 hold.
I approve. Ominous things happening in the future. I'll pick that much more often.
Yep. Okay. And that is that. So next week, are we available next week? I'm gonna check because I don't know. 31st.
The
I don't think
31st.
I don't think that we are available next week.
Somebody shows up on our doorstep.
We have
next
family
week.
visiting
Suspect-
for like all
No,
of
we
next
don't
month,
calendar.
but the specific days of availability are iffy.
Yes, they do show up on that Sunday.
Cool. We're not available next week. We will
I'm
be
not available on the 7th.
Cool. We will probably not be available on the 14th because we have family visiting, but we'll let you know for sure later. And the 21st
Next month.
is the day they leave, which is before
Wait.
D&D, so we will be available.
Okay, so I got to be the asshole then. I have a surgery scheduled on the 16th. I don't know if I'll be able to play.
Okay.
Also, my girlfriend leaves for Europe on the 21st.
We'll be back next
Perfect.
month.
So we'll be back next month with, why did we fight again? I don't remember. What's
Why are we mad at
happened?
each other?
I don't know. Let's just forget it.
Why am I burned?
Yeah. Forget
Why am
about
I
it. It's
horribly
fine.
disfigured?
Water under the tower.
Wait a second. The 28th is also a problematic day.
It is? What's happening on the...
Hold on.
Is that then?
Yes.
It's a local
We'll be
board
back
game
the third.
convention. We'll be back
Why?
Yes.
maybe once or twice in August, but probably by September. Okay.
Wow, I don't okay.
Yep. This is just
Yep.
summer now.
Summer. All right. Well, in that case, by the time we come back, I will have written a whole book. So
Nice.
I meant the silly game book we're working on.
Oh, good. I have
I've
not
been
had the
not
time.
working on it because I've had job things the past month, but now
I've
I have
been
time.
working on the
Mhm.
game we've been playing.
Yeah, you have something else working. I have something sillier.
Perfect. Okay. Then we'll be back when we can. Bye.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.